Well. Look who's decided to play the day before. Spoiler alert, it's the day before you finally get to play. If connecting to a service was an Olympic sport, this game would win a gold in the Weight Olympics. Grab your favorite snacks, folks, because this review is longer than my wait time. First things first. The concept of the day before is intriguing, surviving in a post-apocalyptic world, scavenging for resources and facing off against the zombies. What they didn't mention in the brochure, though, is that the real survival challenge is trying not to lose your sanity while staring at the connecting screen. I pressed the ominous connect button with the anticipation of a kid unwrapping a birthday present, only to be greeted by a loading screen that felt longer than the actual apocalypse. If patience were a currency, I'd be a billionaire by now, but alas, all I've got to show is growing resentment for virtual dystopias. The game teased me with a glimpse of the post-apocalyptic world with the form of loading screen tips like "Zombies are attracted to noise, stay quiet." Well, guess what, the game I'm staying so quiet that I've started communicating with my neighbors through the interrupted dance to avoid my noise-induced zombie invasions. I tried every trick in the book to connect. Restarting the game, restarting my computer, even restarting my entire life in the hope of finding a server in the afterlife. I considered sacrificing the USB drive to the tech gods, but they must have been on vacation because my prayers weren't answered. I would actually worry more about Liability, whereas in early access game, MMOs have a very structured level of player base. By game development standards, an MMO has a large numbers, thousands of players online at the same time, not 32. The game company is verging on the liability of false advertisement, which could cost more than the refund of the games. There's enough players for a class action lawsuit. If you had a roadmap towards a larger player base and all the promised items, to show that there was a progression towards the promise, then you wouldn't have so much liability or possibility for lawsuits. However, this isn't the case. You have taken people's money, many of which won't realize the false advertisement until they can get their money back. It's not a matter of the state of this game, the overall game design is different than advertised, and that's fraud. There's also the possibility of removal from the Steam over this, as again, the game is playable but not within the promised disinfector, which is a requirement to publish on Steam, selling the product you advertise. This isn't an open world MMO. With a considerable player count, there's no crafting, there's no level progression that I've seen. There's mention of skills, but it doesn't look to be implemented. The only thing you basically have in Counter-Strike with zombies, a puzzle of land and co-opportunities. It's completely fraudulent and falsely advertised. Imagine if 38k players didn't set the limitation and false advertising until they couldn't refund, and what that would mean for your company. Honestly, we the players should set up a hashtag, seems how many we can get together for a lawsuit. In a desperate move, I consulted the game's official Discord channel hoping to find our case among fellow survivors. Little did I know, we were all stranded in the same boat, floating in the sea of despair, waving our vital pedals in futile attempts to connect. It was a separate group for the target to live for a second. The irony of the game called The Day Before being the day before I actually get to play is not lost on me. It's like buying a ticket to a concert and spending the entire night in the parking lot listening to distant echoes of music. The only thing I'm scavenging for now is a refund. In conclusion, if you enjoy the thrill, uncertainty, the suspense of perpetual loading screens, and the slow of erosion of your faith in technology, The Day Before might just be your apocalyptic dream. As for me, I'll be spending my day before playing something that doesn't treat my time like a post-apocalyptic rescue, precious and sacred.